Welcome to Why Such a Fuss, an exciting new channel dedicated to help individuals and businesses to learn more about data protection in a way that is easy and engaging. I'm Christina from CVG Solutions, and I am a fully qualified data protection professional. I am passionate about educating, empowering, and enabling businesses to thrive. Remember to like and subscribe to this channel and help us to spread the word. Data protection is there for a reason. It protects you, your family, loved ones, customers, employees from coming to harm through the use of personal data. So make sure you click subscribe. Now, get ready to embark on a journey of growth and knowledge as we dive into the world of data protection. So I'm Christina from CVG Solutions, and I am a multi-award winning GDPR or data protection, whichever you prefer, professional. And I work primarily with small and medium-sized businesses. I really like to see them thrive, and so I tend to gravitate towards them. I have a hands-on, practical and proportionate approach to my clients, which is based on their size and complexity. And I also use proven methodologies and best practices that I have acquired during my 25 years careers working in some of the largest corporations on the planet. I help my clients by educating them on this big subject that is GDPR. There is still a lot of misconception and misunderstanding about it. And obviously education that empowers them to make informative decisions. As they say, knowledge is power. In turn, this enables them to operate with a high-performing culture which fuels their business growth. So it's all about educating, empowering, and enabling. Julie, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, of course. So I'm Julie from BU Consultancy and Coaching. And like Christina, I truly believe in empowering people. So I have a portfolio business where I have a HR consultancy, and that's providing ad hoc or regular support to customers, small, medium-sized businesses. But also I'm a confidence and leadership coach. So for me, again, it's really about that empowering, sharing the knowledge, talking things through, and looking for the right solution for the customer. I think that's the most important thing. And that's why I really enjoy these sessions where we've got that blend of HR and GDPR in the room. Christina, when it comes to data, what would be the top 5 points that you would suggest to people?
Okay, so the first one that comes to mind is records management. So know your data, classify your data, know the purpose of your data. Is it for internal use? Is it for external use? Or is it commercially confidential? Is it personal data? Is it finance data, etc.? So classify that and create some kind of asset register. I would also recommend quite strongly the use of naming convention to support that records management. I always do that with all of my clients. So that means that the naming of your files or your documents is then standardized across your organization and across departments, because that, as I said, supports record management. Then another point would be to have a ROPA. ROPA stands for Records of Processing Activities, which, apart from being a requirement under the GDPR, it actually is a very useful tool to understand the data that you capture, that you use, what you're using it for, who you're sharing it with, how long you're retaining it, etc., etc. So it's a really, really great tool to have. And I use it all the time with my clients. And I support that with a data flow map that sort of shows at what point in the various processes the triggers of where the data is collected and what type of data is collected. Because that gives you a holistic view, and I usually do it by process of what data you have so you can manage it. The next one, for me, would be the minimization principle. So in other words, only collect what you need and no more. I mean, what the GDPR actually says is that if you can achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve without the use or collection of personal data, then you should do that first. So really question, do we need this data? Can we do this in a different way? Really question your processes and adjust them accordingly. Because the less personal data, or in general, but less personal data that you have, the lower your risk. Purpose and proportionality are also very, very important. So every data that is being collected, so every data point that you collect needs to have a purpose. Otherwise, why collect it? And it should be proportionate to the purpose. What do I mean by that? Well, a client of mine, they needed to create a map or like a demographic of where all of their clients were across the UK. But instead of collecting the full address, they just need the postcode, because it's just a map. They just need to know roughly where they are. So they didn't need to use the home address. They just needed to use the postcode. And then the final point, and I'm not sure whether it's number 5 or number 6, I've lost count, is data quality, which actually is really, really important. So make sure that you keep your data clean and accurate and up to date. Now, when I was working in IT management, data cleansing was always part of, as a key deliverable within any project. And in fact, we used to say the system will only be as good as the data that goes in. So rubbish in, rubbish out. So don't blame the system if the output is not accurate, it doesn't give you the information that you want, because if you put in rubbish, you're going to get rubbish coming out.